All right, guys, we are here working on a new technology on Zoom for GJ's. This is GJ, by the way, for GJ's YouTube channel. So the first question we want to discuss is the debate on whether Facebook Julius Chan should go 100 kina or Yumi Suputi Somare Guantap na demoting.
Somare I'm stop 50 kina.
Yeah, no, so I'm just asking whether Yumi Suputi Somare Guantap.
Guanta, no, okay.
And then Julius Chan come down to 50 kina or Julius Chan shouldn't be on the one currency at all because of some of the talk of and we bring him in sand line to kill him or man. That it's not right to put it on the screen.
Right.
Sorry, screen on the currency.
Right.
Yeah.
And another one is that time you put 100 kina now, and memos in Facebook. Somare by kissing second, you can come up second because 50 kina is less than 100 kina. So whole bunch of debate going on. And Francis Yuoklo, awesome. So can we start? By the way, Francis is in Japan.
He's doing his PhD.
He's a PhD candidate. One of our very own from the Political Science Department. So.
Yes, making us proud.
Yeah, and that look right there. It's a PhD look like, what do you know? So Francis, you may begin with you because you are like nodding. You agree or disagree, and what are your views on it?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, GJ. Thank you, Russell. Hello, political science. This is a. I think this is an interesting question and an interesting issue. I've read about it on Facebook. I've read about it on Facebook. I've read a bit about it, but I'm not really familiar with what is actually going on in PNG and how things have transpired and why they have chosen to put Somare on the 100 kina bill. But I have my own issues on Tendisla, especially with Somare.
Julius Chan.
Julius Chan being on the 100. Julius Chan being on the 100 kina bill. I honestly, from my opinion, and I speak individually here, just from my opinion, I mean, I don't know why you're trying to put in skate and type of 100 kina bill. I don't skate. Sorry, so Julius Chan. Honestly, wait, I'm cut off there.
I am
Guys,
to the
yeah, got it. Okay. It's such the legacy, like honestly, living our forefathers. I mean, I respect Somarelo, the side long, bringing us from independence. Like he may have his own issues. I don't think it was that scandalous as
Julius Chan.
So Julius Chan. I mean, it's kind of ironic because you talk about putting him on top of the highest currency, and I think it's just ironic given that the guy was and he was the one that floated the kina back in the 90s, which massively devalued kina.
Right.
So I just think it's kind of ironic. It's ironic that they put him face Mantalo, the highest currency when he was the one that actually messed up our currency back in the 90s. So I just think it's an irony there, and it's I'm not for it. I think there should be someone better, and someone that has left a better legacy of Papua New Guinea.
Right.
It's just from my opinion.
How about the fact that he's the father of Kina and Toya? He was the first finance minister. What do you think?
Oh, man, this guy is. I don't really think he should be associated with that kind of currency, money. I mean, he like it's just the irony of the whole situation.
Yes,
with the currency and with the father of the kina and the player.
Yeah.
He floated a kina and
what Yeah, he floated the kina and
value
just
the kina
messed up.
and
And then like I was watching the PNG debate and I saw Songo Nore, gave his question to one of the economists back in Australia, and he talked about that. Um, after Julius Chan been floating kina in the 90s, our kina hasn't really picked up, from the time that I'm floating kina. So it's just ironic that all kind of associated him with like something, and he was the one that kind of messed up everything back in the 90s.
Right.
Okay, let's go over to Russell and get his opinion.
Yeah.
Russ, what do you think?
Yeah, okay. Well, I agree, but politics is there's no moral or ethics in politics. Every politician is associated by debt, DIRT.
Right.
So
Yes.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. From my own opinion, it doesn't matter whose face is on the bill. So if it's about, let's say, Sergey was very instrumental in getting the PNG currency in independence. So he was one of the person going forward in trying to organize the currency that we have today. So let's just give credit where it is due. But again, I don't think he should be the right person on the 100 kina bill.
Who would you prefer? Sorry, who would you prefer to be on the 100 kina?
They should have put him on the 20 kina bill.
Okay.
What do we have on the 20 kina now?
We have a P.
Oh, yeah.
They should have removed the fish and.
But anyways, whether he's on the bill or if his face is on the bill, and I think that's okay. But a lot of supplanting line will associate him with the what happened. In his involvement in
the send line.
So that should be that's the main issue that a lot of people have with his face on the bill. But apart from that, hey, look at Sumare. He's not. He's got debt on his career. His political career. Everyone.
Yeah.
But it's the matter of who is the greater and who is the lesser evil, and who should be on that bill.
Yeah.
But I have no problem with the Sergey's fake on the 100 kina bill, as long as they help. As long as let's just try to look at arguments to help our kina go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my opinion about the issue here.
All right. So Russell is a lecturer with the Political Science Department.
Yeah.
He teaches PNG politics at the moment. So we have GJ who teaches gender politics. So from a gender perspective.
Michael.
Okay, not gender perspective.
Yeah.
But what do you think about it?
Well, I don't have an issue. I mean, we say that Somare is the founding father of the nation, but he didn't do it alone. We had all
Good
this,
point.
we have all these other people that also contributed to our nation, Papua New Guinea, as it is now. The politicians are not the only ones that did great things for our country. We have a lot of outstanding citizens in our country. So why can't we choose someone? Maybe a female.
Like who?
Like
Like
the lady that designed the flag.
Yeah, the lady who designed the flag.
Yeah. I am so sorry I forgot her name right now, but she can be on the 100 kina bill, and then we can just put to rest all of these arguments and debates about why Sir Julius should be or should not be on the 100 kina bill. So that's my opinion.
I really don't have an opinion. I like Russell. I don't mind if his face was there or if it wasn't there. But it's the justification people who don't like it that are using that's really not correct. Like sand line, the war with not the war, but
The unrest,
civil, the unrest. While
Mm.
it wasn't started by Julius Chan. It was started, I think it was Pius Winty. Oh no, Rabbi Namaliu, and then Pius Winty, and then Julius Chan reach and exist in war.
Mm.
And
Oh, yeah.
if you want to understand why it brought in, you have to understand it from the context surrounding it. So many people were dying, something had to be done to stop it. So that was the context. Now we don't relate to it because it's 2019
Right.
and we're living in peace. But back then, so many lives were being lost, and then something had to be done. And according to Julius Chan, when you read his book, I forgot the title, but I read.
Playing the game. Playing the game. Playing the game.
Playing the game.
Yeah.
So the idea of bringing in Sandline was to go and pick up Francis Ona, just fly in, drop off, and pick up Francis Ona. It wasn't to kill the Bougainvilleans.
Right. So there was a lot of misconception.
Yeah, so there is a misconception around that
why the
they were brought
Sandline
in
was
to
there in the first place.
kill Bougainvilleans, and that's really not correct. It was brought in to pick, snatch and grab whether dead or alive,
Francis Ona.
And the fact that Sandline was, deported, they didn't kill anybody. Well, that does not make it right. Bringing Sandline in itself is, bad. But if you look at the objective, it was to capture Francis Ona.
Mhm.
That's what it says. We don't really know who's right and who's wrong. Jerry Singirok on the other end, says. But when you look at Jerry Singirok's story, it's interesting. Before that, he presented proposals before when Julius Chan comes in. He presents proposal before Julius Chan. Among one of the proposals are to buy a boat, a big navy, I guess, to patrol the sea border between Solomon Islands and Papua New Guinea because there was arms smuggling along the border. But the guy who owns the boat or the company paid Jerry Singirok like I think $250,000, and that's not a secret because commission of inquiry.
Okay.
During the commission of inquiry, he admitted getting that money. So when you look at it, one of the counter-argument, Philemon Embel, was it? This week was arguing that, arguing that the reason why Jerry Singirok removed the Sandline was not necessarily because they were eager to kill Bougainvilleans,
Right.
but his proposal to buy a new boat, which was sold to him by a guy who gave him some money, was rejected.
Okay.
So that's the part of the story where a lot of people don't know.
A lot of people don't know. The interesting thing is that Jerry Singirok admits to getting the money.
That's interesting.
From that particular guy who was supposed to sell the PNG Defense Force a navy.
That's interesting.
So it really comes down to information being available to citizens, and they make their own decisions. We cannot influence them. But from my part, I really don't mind whether space is there or not. But I would, like JJ said, prefer a contribution from a Papua New Guinean.
I mean, it's about time, right? Because politicians are not the only ones that build up this nation. We have a lot of outstanding individuals and citizens who have contributed